All right, it is Sup Dogs live on this Thursday, April 11th, 2 days out from the ECU spring game, 1 day out from Doggy Jams and the return of Shaquille O'Neal, aka DJ Diesel. We'll get into that, talking more. Stephen Igo here to my right, Macy O'Donnell. Maceo, it is our season finale of Sup Dogs Live. How's it going, man?
It's good. I'm kind of sad it's ending, but we'll be back in the fall, ready for the season. So hopefully we're 2-10 this year.
Yeah, we can't repeat that, right?
You're right.
All right, so we got a huge show. Six student athletes, Claire Cashman and Isabel Deli from track and field. We also have Lucas Augustin and Nicole Nash as returning guests from the golf teams, men's and women's respectively. And also volleyball, Jennings Hall and Carlia Northcross will join us as well. But our first guest is a very special one. She is Lady Pirate Marissa Weber. You may see her not only at the football games accompanying Steve the Pirate, but also at many of the women's athletics events. How's it going, Marissa?
It's going amazing. I'm just really happy to be here.
I got several questions for you.
I've got several answers. 42.
That's perfect.
All right.
We got plenty of time to get into this. So I want to ask you about all your costume and all of that, everything that goes in that. But let's first talk about how you got involved with East Carolina athletics. What was it, a few years ago?
Pirate Steve.
Right.
It all started with Pirate Steve. I mean, I've known him since 2016, and then I joined the Shadow Players, his sword fighting comedy group, and we go up and down the Eastern Coast reenacting and sword fighting and shenanigans. And in 2021, I started accompanying him to the football games here at ECU, and it was kind of on again, off again. But then 2022, I really started making a more conscious effort to wear the purple and gold garb, and he started, kind of spreading the word that, hey, we need some female representation. We have these women's sports programs. Why don't they have a mascot? And so it was the first home game, September 9th of 2023, that I met Congressman Don Davis. And he asked, if I would like his public endorsement. Of course, he walked up to me. I had no idea who this man was. And I said, sure. Okay. And he said, I'm Congressman Don Davis. I said, okay, hi. And I had met the directors, or so the coaches for tennis, lacrosse, and softball. And then also I have to give a shout out to the Hall family because of them. They put me in touch with the volleyball coach, and that's how I made my first official appearance for the ECU versus SMU volleyball game.
So I want to ask, how many sports have you officially, attended as an official mascot now for ECU?
It started with volleyball last fall, and then it started with lacrosse, softball, tennis, and then I did the last two home games for basketball.
So tell us a little bit. I know we said we're going to get into it, but tell us a little bit about the whole costume. How does that come together? Does it take a while to get it on?
No, actually, it's pretty quick. I mean, I've been doing historical reenacting and performing since late 2018, 2019. So now it's just kind of second nature to me. And honestly, usually the color coordination, I try to coordinate with whatever ECU softball does. They let me know what uniforms they're wearing. So if I know ahead of time, I'll go with them, or I'll just go with some kind of combination. Now for ECU football, like if it was painted black or painted gold, then I would go ahead and I would change my outfit accordingly.
So what about those? I know we play some games early September and it's about 110 and 20 degrees out there. Does that affect you at all?
No, that's where the skirt comes in. I wear the skirt. And I mean, historically speaking, they wore a lot of cotton, so breathable fabric. So it really does help. So I'm being somewhat historically accurate, at least with the textiles. I mean, not so much the corset, but it also looks good and it feels good.
Lady Pirate Marissa Weber is with us on Sup Dogs Live. All right, so my wife's a hairdresser and makeup artist. So how long? I know how long that can take to do some of that work. So how long does it take you to get ready if you're going into full costume?
30 minutes.
That's not bad.
No, 30 minutes.
That's efficient.
Yeah, if I'm having a good hair day, I just go ahead and air dry it and everything. But I mean, come on, hair, costume. You don't want to ask me about my experiences with the athletes. Shout out to the fierce athletics.
We'll get to that. Obviously, I don't know. Do you have a most memorable event game you've done? I'm sure there's plenty.
I mean, they've all been absolutely incredible. And I love every single one of the athletics and support staff and the actual coaching staff that has had me out there. I mean, they've welcomed me with open arms. But there's been a couple moments where I tell people you just had to be there. And it's been softball with grand slams out of the park or come back out of nothing, walking Morgan Johnson, because I think it was Charlotte actually. They walked Morgan Johnson at the plate, and AK, our catcher, came up and slammed it out of the park and went ahead and had a walk-off victory. It's moments like that. I just tell people all the time that you need to come out, fill the stands. These games are free, for the women's sports. Come out, support them, cheer them on, because they're fierce, passionate competitors that really just give their heart into it.
It seems like you do put a lot into it and a lot of enthusiasm into it also. But I'm curious, does anybody recognize you when you're not in your costume? Because I know Steve, at least, I got to see him before a couple games before he changed.
So it's become a joke now because when we're not in Greenville, if he's in garb or sometimes if he's out of garb, if he gets recognized, I owe him a beer. He's been recognized, I think it was 2 years ago at our event at Oswego, New York. And somebody was like, "Are you ECU's Pirate Steve?" And he looked at me and said, "You owe me a beer." That's happened twice now where I look at him and say, "You owe me a beer." Because they're like, "Lady Pirate." And I think we were at an event in Jacksonville at a murder mystery dinner theater. And somebody said, "Hey, Lady Pirate." And I turned around and they were ECU fans. And I screamed, I shot up and I looked at Steve. I said, "You owe me a beer." So it's become a drinking game now. My hat is just like, it's got a mind of its own. There we go.
Where did you get there?
Pterodactyl leather at Carolina Renaissance Festival. I bought it back in 2019. I mean, it's got good weight to it.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's been through weather, like it's got wet and everything, and it's formed itself over time. I absolutely love it. So it's fun trying to fit it on over the headphones.
Right. It probably doesn't go together quite well. All right, so everybody wants to know though, who wears the costume better, Lady Pirate or Pirate Steve?
Oh, I don't know. You'll have to come to Greenville Pirate Fest and see for yourself. Come see us in action. We're going to fight for who's the better mascot.
Do you have a date on that?
Yep, the 20th. So okay. April 20th. I know that I think that's Military Appreciation Day for the sports, and we do have some events that day. But if you have time, look up Pirate Fest. And I can't remember off the top of my head what time the show times are. I think they're 12, 2:30, and 4 maybe, or 12:30, 2:30, and 4. But the Shadow players will be performing. So when you're not out here supporting ECU athletics, pop on over down to the park and come see us in action.
All right, so spring game on Saturday, Doggy Jams tomorrow. Will we see Lady Pirate at either one of those?
Unfortunately, I will not. We have the ENC Renaissance Fair in Kinston. Actually, the only reason I miss any of the home games is either I've got something really important with my 3 daughters who now want to come to ECU because of Pirate Steve and because of what I do with ECU athletics. But we are going to be at the ENC Renaissance Fair in Kinston this weekend. So we're going to be performing Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise, I would be there in a heartbeat.
Did you know that you guys would have such a, big impact on the people you might not even know? I mean, it's give or take 100,000 people coming to watch ECU games, on any given weekend. So did you know you would have that impact on people?
Honestly, it still catches me by surprise. Like there's moments where I just have this surreal feeling of this is what I get to do. And, I have people come up. I've even had patrons from the opposing teams come up and say that they enjoyed me. And that means a lot to me. And I joke, and I said in the article that was written a while back that, this is the closest that I'll ever get to be a Disney character, but just being able to create that hype, to get that passion around these athletes, around their families even, but just create more of the game day experience. I mean, that's what really I'm here to do. So to hear that I'm having that impact, or Steve is having that impact, it means more than anything I could ever describe.
And we've known Pirate Steve for years now, it feels like, with football, but yep. For you now to carry that legacy a bit on the women's side and give them, that extra oomph, so to speak, on game day. What does that mean to you too? Also, giving them a little bit more support as well.
It's an honor. I mean, I know I keep using that saying over and over again, but it is an absolute honor, and I'm humbled. And the reception that I've gotten, with people being excited, especially the athletes being excited to see me, because I forget sometimes that these are 18 to 22, and they're students. They're juggling these fierce athletic schedules. They're juggling, full-time college, like they're doing 2 full-time jobs at once. But the fact that they take their time to come see me and, "Hey, Lady Pirate, it's good to see you." It's humbling. I am thankful that ECU saw fit to put me in this position.
All right, she is Lady Pirate Marissa Weber. Marissa, great to have you on the show, and we'll be seeing you around at many more athletic events.
Absolutely, come see us. So I'm going to be finishing out with softball, and then if did any of the other sports programs, just reach out to marketing. I would be happy to be there and represent you. So I'm here for you, ladies. And I guess the guys too. I'll see you at football.
No doubt. We'll see you there. Great stuff. And
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
everything you're doing for
Thank
EC
you.
Athletics. All right, we're going to get our first break in. We will transition, get some of the student athletes on. We'll talk some golf. After this break, Nicole Nash and Lucas Augustin will have them on. On the other side, this is Sup Dogs Live.
Want to know why no one outbeats the Hut? 75-cent boneless wings. While prices go up, ours dip. Ooh-wee! Would you look at that dunk? 75-cent boneless wings from Pizza Hut. That's why no one outbeats the Hut.
When your Pirates come out to compete, we want to make sure our team is ready, and our field is too. That's why we trust Eastern Turf Maintenance to maintain our fields, and you can too. From fertilization and weed control to aeration, let the team at Eastern Turf Maintenance make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. From the stadium to your backyard, Eastern Turf Maintenance can make your lawn game day beautiful. Stay ahead of the game. Call Eastern Turf Maintenance today for your free estimate.
Being a divorce attorney isn't just a job, it's a calling. At Irons & Irons, we take that responsibility seriously. Our team of dedicated professionals is second to none. Our firm offers a level of skill and personal attention that only we can provide. If you need an experienced divorce attorney who truly cares about you and your family, call me today or visit our website at ironsandirons.com.
I'm an average guy, a lot like you. My job took a toll on my body, but I'm not giving in to the pain, and neither should you. There's a new game when it comes down to relief from agonizing joint pain, and that's QC Kinetics.
Elite athletes have used these amazing natural treatments for years. QC Kinetics, a long-lasting solution for joint pain. No surgery or downtime.
You and me, we got things to do. Go ahead, coach.
Come on, team, let's go! Want to know why no one outbeats the Hut? 75-cent boneless wings. While prices go up, ours dip. Ooh-wee! Would you look at that dunk? 75-cent boneless wings from Pizza Hut. That's why no one outbeats the Hut.
All right, welcome back into Sup Dogs Live, April 11th on this Thursday. And we just had Lady Pirate Marissa Weber on. Macy O'Donnell has stepped aside for this segment. We'll get him back on. And we've got two golfers joining us. We've got Nicole Nash from women's golf and Lucas Augustin from the men's golf team. Both of them have recently won some big events, and they're both return guests. So we will start with Nicole. It's your second appearance here on the show. So are you more comfortable this time? I guess is the real question.
I would say I'm more comfortable. I was still a little anxious.
Try talking
Still a little
closer.
anxious coming
Yeah.
into it. But I think the nerves were last semester, so I was just more excited to be here than anything else.
Yeah, I think we were trying to figure out, was it like November or October? Maybe we talked the first time. And we'll start with you. So you recently had an awesome event. You won the Ironwood Invitational, obviously a local event. What was that like in getting the honor of being AAC Women's Golfer of the Week?
It was awesome. It was really, really cool, I have to say. I, owe it all to my coaches and my teammates. They really helped me through all of it. We all worked so hard this semester, and it really could not have happened without any of them. But yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I'm so happy that it was able to happen for me.
So what, like early on in the event, did you kind of know that you were in a groove and a rhythm, or like when did you kind of realize you might have a shot to win it?
I honestly had no idea until I won. I to me, I wasn't playing my best game, or I know I could play better halfway through my round, and I kind of thought I was fighting for second or third place at that point, and I just kept telling myself, "Keep fighting, Nicole. Keep fighting, Nicole. You know, don't give up, don't give up." And then when I finished my round, my coach told me, she was like, "You just won the tournament," and I was like, "There's just no way."
It'd be a pretty special feeling.
Oh, it was. It was.
All right, Lucas Augustin, you won the 2024 Cutter Creek Intercollegiate. That's in Snow Hill. So let's hear your story, man. What was it like winning that tournament?
I mean, it was our first tournament this year. That was a free day event, and it was especially different if you compare it to the other days or other tournaments where you get to play on the lead. I played good the second day. I was leading going into the third round, and sleeping on a lead is always different. But I've been fortunate to have that opportunity a couple times now, and I just tried to stay patient the last day. I didn't really play well until we came down the stretch, the last couple of holes, and I hit some good shots that made me win.
So sleeping on the lead, does that like add pressure? I don't know. Do you try? Like, how do you even like try to just make that go away? Because you got to be thinking about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's different, but at the end of the day, it's just golf, and you don't really know the outcome, and it's always easy to try to force an outcome. And that was the thing I told me going into that sleep and that last day, that I got to stay patient and try to not force anything.
We talked about it last time you were here, your second year in the program, and kind of going into the spring, you felt like you were going to be more confident. And how do you feel like that's kind of played out for you thus far this spring?
I didn't start this spring too well, and probably tried a bit too hard, I would guess. But right now, I'm feeling the great game is trending. We're coming off from 2 wins as a team. Finished or second at the last tournament, and going into conference next week will be real fun.
All right, Lucas Augustin and Nicole Nash with us. All right, so Doggy Jams is tomorrow at 3:00. Shaquille O'Neal, DJ Diesel. It'll be happening right out here. But I'm getting word that you guys will not be able to attend potentially. What do you think, Nicole?
I don't think I will be able to attend. We leave early Saturday morning for our conference in Florida, so try to get some good sleep before our big tournament. Really rest up is probably more better, more up. Yeah,
I mean, it's important, right? I mean, maybe you could sneak out here for like an hour. No, I don't know. Maybe
we'll see. We'll see.
Let you get out here. What about you, Lucas? You gonna try to make an appearance?
We got practice at lunch, but I'll try to do my best to get here. I want to see Shaq in person. I mean,
all right, you got to take advantage of that opportunity.
I mean, I can be a couple 100 yards away and still see him. He's a big guy, so I'll try to make it.
So you guys, y'all both have conference tournaments coming up, correct? What and when it's y'all traveling for that this weekend?
Yeah, so we leave Saturday. We play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. And what about you guys for conference?
We leave Wednesday and start Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week.
Okay. And is it different locations? I know they're both down in Florida, I believe, but different golf courses. Do y'all know?
Yeah, different golf courses, but both are still in Tampa. So yeah.
We'll start with Nicole. What's kind of your mindset going into conference? If does it change at all, or just still just kind of doing your thing?
Still just kind of doing my thing, making sure that I'm well prepared. I think our coaches have done a really good job of working us for, conference coming up, and just, like Lucas said, staying patient, not trying to force anything, just really trying to have fun. I mean, like living my dream out here. So I'm just trying to have a good time and make the most of it.
What about you, Lucas? Mindset coming off a win, does that help you at all momentum wise?
I think it helps us as a team, especially we're going into conference. We got to win. We know we got to win to make it to regionals, and we got confidence going into that. I think it will help us.
The Florida heat, is that a factor at all? Like, do you have to try and prepare for that?
Yeah, I think last year I learned a bunch. We came down there, haven't really been that warm up here, and we got down there and it was so warm. It was like 85, 90, and that's warm for me from Sweden. So it was for sure an adjustment. You got to save energy for the last couple of days, and yeah.
I can't let y'all get out of here without asking about the Masters as well. I watched Tiger tee off a little bit before 4. So what's how close of an eye are y'all keeping on the Masters? And start with Lucas.
And I'm keeping a close eye on that. I mean, I'll try to see as much as possible. It's a special place to watch, and I hope, if I'm going to guess a winner now, I'll say for Sweden. So Ludwig Aberg is winning.
Okay, I can see that. What about you, Nicole? Do you have a favorite for as far as who could win, or how much do you watch the Masters?
I definitely try to watch as much Smash as I can. I was watching it before I came here. As far as who I want to win, probably Scotty Scheffler or Justin Thomas or Jordan Spieth. Probably just one of those three. I like how they play. I like them.
Does Tiger have a shot? What do y'all think? Either one of y'all think Tiger can do it?
I think he can
Yeah.
finish top 20 for sure, and that's good. And
For
he,
sure.
he needs to trend. He needs to get some tournaments in. And yeah, he got a shot if he plays well.
I agree. I think Tiger always has a shot if he plays well.
No doubt. Hopefully he stays healthy, has a good weekend at the Masters. Well, Lucas, Nicole, it's been great to catch up with y'all. Once
Thank
again,
you.
best of luck at the conference tournament, and maybe y'all can sneak out to Doggy Jams for a little bit. All right, I'm sure your coach will allow it. All right, so try to make it happen. All right, we will continue on. We'll get Macy O'Donnell back on the other side. We'll see which other student athlete wants to join us as well. This is Sup Dogs Live on April 11th.
Greenville Nissan is electrifying ECU football. Shop your home field favorites for a great selection of all new electric vehicles, like the all-electric 2023 Nissan Aria, PD the Pirate approved, and perfect for an ECU game day. Find yours today at your home team Nissan dealer. And get to the game in a new Nissan Aria. Greenville Nissan is electrifying ECU football.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human. About creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
All these other banks are changing names right and left. They don't care like they used to care a long time ago.
Jim Clement, president of Town Insurance, talks about townspeople here in Greenville.
With Town Insurance and now Town Bank, the folks that work for us have that attitude where if somebody walks in, I'm here to help them. And I think that's the team that Town Bank's put together here. They have that attitude. Honesty, it's sincerity, it's hard work, it's genuineness that these people have that are here.
Visit your local Optimum store and power your home with 99.9% reliable internet. And stay connected at home and on the go with Optimum Mobile and save even more with an eligible trade-in. Plus, unlock exclusive Optimum Complete savings up to $15 a month on internet when you add mobile. Get the complete connectivity you deserve. Visit Optimum.com/stores to find the nearest location. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
All right, welcome back into Sup Dogs Live, April 11th, one day before Doggy Jams, 2 days before the spring football game. It is a crazy week. There's also 5 home baseball games. Baseball at 4 o'clock on Saturday is already sold out. There is a limited number of student tickets available, so get on that. I think that'll be 2 hours before first pitch. That will be available to students. All right, Macy O'Donnell has rejoined us. Stephen Igo here, and we have our first volleyball student athlete of the show. She is Jennings Hall. Jennings, I forgot to tell you, talk a little close to the mic so we don't have any feedback. But how's it going?
Is it working? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You doing good?
Yeah. Oh no.
Technical difficulties are always working. So make sure you try to be like as close to the mic as possible. That way it doesn't give feedback. There you go. All right. So you guys obviously wrapped up the volleyball season, and we were talking, it was your 4th season. You're a junior, but you had the COVID season. So You guys clearly made a lot of progress on the court this year. So what was that like being a part of that and having a lot of success?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, it has gone in a forward motion. My freshman year, everything was messed up. We had 12 games and we won a couple of them with a new coaching staff and whatever. But since then, Adler's really done a good job recruiting, and we've just really done really good every single year. We've definitely seen improvement every year. So,
and you were telling me before, you were recruited by a different coach, and then Adler got the job. You came in a few months later. So what's it kind of been like? Maybe learning to play under him, but also having success acclimating to that culture and everything.
yeah. So I honestly, because of COVID, I didn't really get to know Adler until about the first day I came here in August. So I didn't know what to expect, but from day one, he kind of was ready to take our culture that I didn't even know what it was like when I had first gotten there because I was new, but he was ready to take ECU volleyball in a new direction, and our culture has definitely changed since my freshman year. Definitely a lot of different people have come through, but I mean, 4 years? This has definitely been a change in culture, but it's really good right now. So
Yeah, it all kind of goes back really fast. But I want to backtrack a little bit. So for you, was it always, ECU or nothing? I know you have a lot of purple and gold in your blood. So it was always ECU or nothing?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. It was ECU was always my top, but there was always like a couple that I was considering, but we all knew that I was going to end up going to ECU.
So, I mean, that decision, at least for me, I don't think I grew up with like a school that I always wanted to go to. So was it more of just volleyball or just growing up in that ECU? It's like, I've always been a Pirate. I'm going to go there regardless.
Yeah, I think, yeah, more like I think I would have ended up here regardless. But I mean, I knew that I wanted to play volleyball here. So I really when I was trying to get recruited, I was like reaching out all the time to the coach, and I went to the camps since like 7th grade.
Sure.
So I had known her for a while. So I just kept reaching out and being like, hey, I would love to come here.
Right.
If you can make it happen, I'm ready to play. So
Something I love about you on social media is you're very interactive with just tweets or like when the teams, not only volleyball, but when all the teams are having success. So you've got a lot of school pride. What does that mean to you? Obviously, being a student athlete here and being a Pirate in the game.
so I mean, we always hear about football, basketball, baseball, but I feel like since I've been here, there's been a lot of smaller sports that have done really well. So every time I see someone doing good, I really want to make sure everyone's, paying attention to them because, I mean, this year we were really good and I really wanted us to get fans to our game. So I know that other sports feel the same way. So, growing up before coming to school here, I felt like I didn't really see other sports other than the big three and volleyball. So I think it's really important to make sure everyone's watching every sport that we have here because we're really good.
What do you think's kind of been the biggest part of that change with especially the volleyball program? Like you said, you had a really good year this year. And I remember at least when I first came in, they were working through that. So what do you think has been the biggest changes just why you've been here these last 4 years?
Like for all sports or
Volleyball for sure. Just volleyball.
so I mean, I would just say the culture of our team. Like that's just like one of the biggest things is team culture and it's just I guess being a team that really hangs out all the time, like outside of practice, we're always hanging out. So I feel like that also kind of helps us when we're on the court, something happens, maybe we make a mistake or a bad play. We're not gonna just, get mad at each other. We're just gonna work through it. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest parts.
All right, Jennings Hall with us. So Doggy Jams tomorrow at 3:00. Shaquille O'Neal. apparently also known as DJ Diesel when he's spinning the DJ disc. So what do you think? You going to Doggy Jams tomorrow? Are you going to be there?
I am going to Doggy Dance tomorrow. I'm really excited.
So did you go in 22 when Shaq was playing?
I did. It was a lot of fun.
Was it so you think how's he going to top it tomorrow as well? How's he top that performance?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he needs to get me on the stage.
I think so. I think why not bring the volleyball team up on the stage? How about that?
I know.
I think that would be pretty awesome. And then spring game Saturday. Any plans to go to the spring football game or do any tailgating or hanging out with the barbecue?
Definitely be.
Perfect.
Definitely.
So baseball as well. You going to go to any baseball games?
Of course.
So you got a busy weekend.
Yeah. I have a very busy weekend.
What about I guess exams are creeping up too. Do you have to worry about that this time of year?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm in grad school, so I only have 3 classes, but it's only 3, so.
So you're enjoying the student life. Tell us what you graduated in with your undergrad and what you're looking at with your grad school.
So I actually graduated with a degree in fashion merchandising, and my minor was business. And then I'm in my MBA right now. So, yeah.
So anything do you know when you want to be the next Skims, or I don't know, you have anything yet for us?
Well, I mean, I do have like a little online store that I have, but that's like just a small thing.
What's the online store? We need people to know what it is.
It's called Purple and Bold.
Okay, Purple and Bold.
Purple and Bold. I have to do some research. Check it out. We'll see if we can get out there. Well, this has been awesome, Jennings. Appreciate your time. We're going to get your teammate, Carlia Northcross, up here. You think she'll be as good of an interview as you?
She's good at talking.
Okay.
I think so.
We'll take our shot. Well, James, this has been awesome. Glad you're a Pirate and looking forward to your 5th and final year this coming fall. But we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that's Jennings Hall. We'll continue on the other side with Carlia Northcross, her volleyball teammate.
If you have an appetite for saving money, get the new Rofo Rewards app from Royal Farms. Use the Rofo Rewards app to make purchases or place mobile orders for pickup or delivery and earn royalty points redeemable for free stuff. Download the new Rofo app at the Apple App Store or Google Play. And right now, new Rofo Rewards members will get a free any-size coffee for signing up. Get the new Rofo Rewards app today. It's a very appealing app to have. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
All these other banks are changing names right and left. They don't care like they used to care a long time ago.
Jim Clement, president of Town Insurance, talks about townspeople here in Greenville.
With Town Insurance and now Town Bank, the folks that work for us have that attitude where if somebody walks in, I'm here to help them. And I think that's the team that Town Bank's put together here. They have that attitude. Honesty, it's sincerity, it's hard work, it's genuineness that these people have that are here.
All right, welcome back in. Sup Dogs live, April 11th, 2 days out from the spring game. Steve and I go here. Macy O'Donnell to my right. Also tomorrow at this time, Doggy Jams will be going on. We'll discuss that with our next guest and continue our volleyball discussion with Carlia Northcross, who just wrapped up her sophomore season at East Carolina. So we just talked to Jennings Hall, your teammate. She said you're pretty talkative. Are you gonna live up to that billing?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
I think
I don't know why she feels that.
We'll figure it out over the next 10 minutes. How about that? So, hey, great sophomore season. You led the team in blocks and the team success. I mean, you guys took such a big step forward as far as wins this year. So what was it like being a part of that?
It was really fun. I think a lot of the work that we put into in the spring and over the summer really paid off, and it showed up in the fall. And we just overall had like such a better season than we did my freshman year.
So just tell me how you got here, because I know you're from Memphis, Tennessee, and I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. So that's kind of how we first, met each other, when you first got here. But, tell us how you got here, especially with the team being in the AAC, in our conference from Memphis, obviously.
Yeah. So I played at Briarcrest Christian High School, and our assistant coach knew the assistant coach at the time here for ECU. And she reached out to him. I got in contact with them. They started recruiting. And then that's when I started to learn about the AAC and realized that that's the conference that Memphis was in. I was like, oh, like this could be really cool to go away somewhere pretty far, but still be able to come back and play in my hometown. So,
Yeah, definitely. I remember we played Memphis a couple years ago, and actually our bus driver for the bus was one of my cousins, had a lot of family there. So it's always good to play around family and everything. So I see you had 131 blocks this year. Did you get all 130 of them in Memphis?
I did. I did.
Just wondering.
I didn't even know you were from Memphis, man. What's going on?
I moved when I was like 3 or 4, so I was born there. I claim it a little bit.
LOL.
So how long you stayed in Memphis your whole time?
My whole life.
So what's the best spot to eat? I mean, I hear a lot about Memphis ribs and all that.
Barbecue. Yeah.
Barbecue?
It honestly it's there's different types of barbecue. So there's different spots for it. But my favorite is Tops Barbecue and Central Barbecue.
I think I got Central when y'all played there in 21.
We sure didn't.
Yeah. Well, hey, y'all got to win, so that's all that matters. So what was it like? Did y'all go back to Memphis this year and play there, or did they come here?
Well, we didn't because the way the conference changed.
Okay.
We played Memphis twice at home, but my freshman year we did go back to Memphis, and we split it. So Memphis came to us and we went to them, and it was really nice being home and having my entire support system at home and just being able to watch, seeing all the grandparents. And it's a 12-hour drive, so it's not like I can, go home pretty often.
Yeah, it is a long drive. Did Memphis recruit you at all out of high school?
So actually, I played with the head coach's daughter in club.
Okay.
And him and my dad had a conversation a few times, and he asked my dad if I would ever be interested. Because a lot of the kids that played at that club were good enough to go to Memphis, but no one really wanted to stay and play in Memphis. So he asked my dad a few times if I'd be interested, and my dad told me no.
Okay. So it really is almost like the perfect setup where you kind of have a tie back to your hometown, but you're far enough away you can kind of enjoy yourself, I guess.
It's really perfect.
There you go. So Doggy Jams tomorrow. We know Jennings Hall is going. How about you?
I wasn't planning on it, but I might have to go get a ticket now. So, yeah. So I want to see Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody wants to see Shaq. But, being in college and playing a sport, and one of our earlier guests mentioned, the curriculum that we have as student athletes and the schedule, how did you adjust, being so far from home and still having to deal with that, especially with the fall sport? Because you guys come right in, traveling, playing and everything.
Yeah. So it was definitely an adjustment. I just wasn't used to having to have so many classes on my plate at one time, having to be somewhere every hour. And so I had to not only set time aside for me to study and make sure I'm mentally right, but back at home, I was very spiritual. I'm a Christian, and I kind of lost that a little bit when I first got to college. And so I had to also find time to talk to God and everything like that. And then also like my support system at home is really, really nice. And they're always here for me anytime I need things.
What's it been like? We talked to Lady Pirate Marissa Weber earlier, having her support at some games and everything.
Like, it was so cool because, we're just always so used to seeing Petey. And so when I saw her the first time, I actually was like geeking out. I was like, can I please know your name? And she told me all about her past and everything. And it's so inspiring to see a lady pirate at our games, So I really like it.
And for you guys as a team this year, what allowed y'all to take the next step? Obviously y'all brought in some talent. Adler's done a great job assembling that, but was it just belief in yourself as y'all kind of have gone through time here that know that y'all can win in this league and everything?
I think it clicked a few times in practice that we as a team, we would see spurts of just us being able to play really well together and put it all together. And then we also got a new assistant coach. His name is Coach Frank. And he's been a great addition. He's a middle coach. And he's been able to connect with all the players and just help us grow individually. And I think there was a lot of matches my freshman year that we were so close to winning, or we knew we could have beat a team. And so it kind of just fueled the fire for this past season.
So, for you and the team, it was a big step for you guys this year. And whether you realize it or not, you're a junior upperclassman. And if your play didn't show it, you're a leader on the team now. So how are you feeling about going into that and maybe adjusting to that for this upcoming season?
I'm excited. I'm excited to be someone that the younger kids can kind of look up to and ask for advice and kind of lead by example. We have a very special culture in our team here at ECU Volleyball, and I want to do my part to continue to uphold that culture and hold everyone to a high standard because we can be a really good team this year. So.
All right, so we know you're going to Doggy Jams or potentially going. How about the spring football game and baseball? Do you dabble in any baseball?
I don't, but I want to get started.
Yeah, this is the weekend to go.
This is the weekend to go, but I might go to the spring game. I'm not sure. If the weather's nice, I'll
go to the spring game and then go catch you a home run in the jungle. How about that?
I think I might have to. I don't have anything else planned.
Yeah, there you go. It's the weekend to do it. All right, Carlia Northcross, great stuff. Jennings was right. You're pretty talkative, so you did great.
Thank you.
Yep, you did great. We'll get you back on again down the line for sure. All right, we'll get a break in. We will transition to track and field. We've got Claire Cashman and also Isabel Deli. We'll see which one of them wants to go first to kick off our track and field segment. This is Sup Dogs Live on a Thursday.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Hey folks, Blake and Brad here again from Carolina Windows and Doors. Did you know that metal roofing is one of the most energy efficient and long-lasting investments that you can make for your home? If you or someone you know has a roof that's taken a few hits over the years, maybe it's time you give us a call.
Our state-of-the-art metal roofs come with a world-renowned Kynar resin-based coating. This allows for vibrant, rich colors that won't fade over time like the competition. And this Kynar coating can achieve solar reflectance of over 70%, keeping you cool in the summer.
We have installation crew members that have been with Carolina Windows and Doors for over 30 years. We believe this plays a vital role in delivering the most positive customer satisfaction possible, as well as the highest quality of materials.
If you're looking for a home investment that's durable and environmentally friendly, look no further than Carolina Windows and Doors. Call us today at 1-800-545-7172. That's 1-800-545-7172 and invest in your home's future.
It's bow time.
We gonna split this solo?
No. Come on.
Split the drive? No chance. What are you wearing? Split these? I thought you'd never ask.
Introducing Bo's Barbecue Chicken Sandwich and Bo's Carolina Gold Chicken Sandwich. Boldly seasoned hand-breaded chicken topped with pickles, slaw, and your choice of 2 sauces. So good, you'll want to get both and split them with a friend. It's bow time.
Visit your local Optimum store and power your home with 99.9% reliable internet. And stay connected at home and on the go with Optimum Mobile and save even more with an eligible trade-in. Plus, unlock exclusive Optimum Complete savings up to $15 a month on internet when you add mobile. Get the complete connectivity you deserve. Visit Optimum.com/stores to find the nearest location. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Greenville Nissan is electrifying ECU football. Shop your home field favorites for a great selection of all new electric vehicles, like the all-electric 2023 Nissan Aria, Petey the Pirate approved, and perfect for an ECU game day. Find yours today at your home team Nissan dealer. And get to the game in a new Nissan Aria. Greenville Nissan is electrifying ECU football.
All right, welcome back in. Sup Dogs Live on this April 11th edition of the program. Macy O'Donnell to my right, Stephen Igo here, and we're now going to talk some track and field. We've got Isabel Deli. She is a junior transfer with sprints, but you were telling me, Izzy, that's what you prefer to go last. Now we've introduced you, we can call you Izzy. You're coming back from an injury, a pretty serious one, and what's that whole process been like, rehabbing and everything at ECU?
So my rehab process was kind of a lot different from everybody else's. So I had torn my ACL December 9th, 2022. And I didn't get surgery until March 8th, 2023, because the hospital was saying they had some like hold up with the doctors and the surgery and everything. And I guess there wasn't available yet. So it kind of took back my procedure time, like, and my whole recovery journey a little bit different than everybody. And I also figured out when I was about to get my surgery that they also had to do the oath procedure and like fill in some bone cartilage. So it kind of like made my recovery a lot different than everybody else's. And I had to like walk in general. Like my process to start walking again was a little bit farther out than like what anybody else would just have if they had like a regular ACL surgery. So that in itself was very challenging. But I feel like I learned a lot about myself throughout the whole recovery process. It just taught me to trust God and my whole journey. With like just trusting the process and everything will come together when it's supposed to. And I feel like coming to ECU really helped me a lot because it gave me like a lot of different like support systems for my trainers, my teammates, my coaches, just there with me every step of the way. So I feel like that's happening.
And for you, I mean, I can't imagine having a major surgery like that. I don't even play sports. So, like, what's it like? I mean, obviously, you're a sprinter, that being taken away from you. How much patience does it require to kind of get back to this point in your rehab and everything?
I had to learn so much about patience. And I feel like in general, in track, you have to be patient because it's kind of like you just running against the clock. It's not necessarily like a team sport where like you kind of have to like work together with everybody. Obviously, yes, like in relays and like overall trying to combine points and stuff in meets, that's I guess where the team aspect comes in. But like you're racing against the clock. And sometimes that time that you want to run is not going to come at that specific meet that you want it to come at. So you already have that aspect of patience. And with me, having like everything kind of taken away and having to learn how to just walk again in general taught me like a lot about like patience, and how to stay persistent in those types of times when it feels like everything's not going your way, because that's exactly what's happening. Nothing was going my way. But yeah, trust me, it taught me to like, trust God, trust the process, and everything's gonna come together. And now that I look back at it, it's like a year ago today, I literally wasn't even walking yet. And here I am back in practice, hurdling and doing everything again. So everything will come when it's time.
So that's obviously definitely a big, congratulations to you for that. But I'm curious, we asked, I think, Malicia before we had her on in the what, fall, I guess.
Yeah, I was there with her.
Yeah, so she was telling us, different days you might run different times, maybe about how you eat, hydrate, and everything. So in track, in your opinion, what makes the difference between a 10-2 and a 10-3 or a 10-2 and a 10-1? You know what I mean? What's the difference with that?
I feel like it's really the littlest things that you probably don't even expect. Like maybe getting enough sleep at night is the difference between you running a good race and you feeling sluggish in a race. Or like you might have came out your blocks a little weird or wonky than how you usually do, or your block start was set off a different way, or you're just feeling a little nervous in the race. Just making sure that you eat properly and hydrate, because that can take a lot from like your recovery time between like reps, especially since competition is such a high intensity and you're probably doing multiple races in a day. So you need to make sure that you're always on your A game, because this is not just practice where you're doing like a lot of reps for endurance. It's like kind of like all out, like you got to give it all you got. So if you're not taking care of your body properly, it's hard to like perform at that level.
So on like a racing day, normal racing day, what's your preparation like? Do you get up early? Do you take a cold shower? I don't know. I think one of the track girls said they ate a bunch of candy. I said,
that's right.
To get hyped. So, what's your day like?
Well, I haven't ran in a while.
You still got your routine.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously I start off with prayer. I usually always, before I even get in my blocks, make sure I get in prayer, time with God. And I always make sure I have my playlist going. I usually listen to like Jersey Club type of playlist.
Oh no, okay, I got you.
I got you. To like get me hype, because I don't really want to be too like in my head
just
before a race. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, because I went to high school in New Jersey. So like that's just really big on the culture, like Jersey Club music in general. So I just feel like that kind of gets me hype and in the zone. So that's a part of my pre-meet.
Yeah. All right. So we got Yeah, I should start with this. The Bill Carson Invitational. I know you obviously weren't able to compete, but what were you out there, supporting your teammates, and what was it like to just kind of see all that action in one spot and everything?
It was like a great experience because obviously, since I'm not running right now, I couldn't necessarily be at every meet with them. But like every time they have a meet, I'm always the first one on that live stream or those live results. If they don't have a live stream, looking at what everybody's doing, congratulating everybody in the group chat, make sure everybody knows that they're doing well and they're feeling supported because obviously it's a team and you want to make it feel like a family, and it does feel like a family. So I just want to make sure everybody's always supported, loved, and noticed, even if the races went good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But being able to actually watch everybody and like seeing how hard everybody works in practice and just being able to see like everything start to come together for people, even if it wasn't at that meet. But like, you know what I'm saying? There's always something that you can do better or that you might have did better than the last race. So it was just really fun to see everybody just, coming out their shell or just doing what they love and doing what they do best.
So we're gonna see you at Doggy Jams tomorrow.
I actually just found about Doggy Jams like 30 minutes ago.
You gotta cut that out.
I didn't even know.
Cut that out of the tape.
But that's because I'm not I just got here, so I didn't even know that was a thing.
But you gonna be here?
But I think I will be here.
There you go. You got to meet Shaq, right?
I know, and he's all over the Sup Dogs posters.
Yeah.
Now I have to go.
Last time when he was here in 2002 or 2022, excuse me, 7,000 people
Really?
were at that event, and they're expecting more tomorrow,
Really?
including you, right?
Yes.
There you
Well,
go.
how is it gonna fit in this spot?
They're gonna pack it out. You're gonna be over there down the street. It's gonna be crazy.
Wow, I'm excited.
It's gonna be a good time. What about spring game and also any baseball? You try to get out there, Claire?
I will be in attendance, supporting every fellow Pirate.
There you go. Well, this has been awesome, Isabel Deli. Great luck in your rehab, and we're looking forward to seeing you back running again here soon.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for your time on the show. All right, we'll get our final break in. We'll come back. We will talk a little bit more about the weekend ahead with some of our Play Fly guests, Julia Hatcher and Cassidy Gillespie. We'll have them on the show. Will it be me and Maceo? Who knows? We'll find out during the break. We'll be right back.
Want to know why no one outbeats the Hut? 75-cent boneless wings. While prices go up, ours dip. Ooh-wee! Would you look at that dunk? 75-cent boneless wings from Pizza Hut. That's why no one outbeats at the Hut.
When your Pirates come out to compete, we want to make sure our team is ready, and our field is too. That's why we trust Eastern Turf Maintenance to maintain our fields, and you can too. From fertilization and weed control to aeration, let the team at Eastern Turf Maintenance make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. From the stadium to your backyard, Eastern Turf Maintenance can make your lawn game day beautiful. Stay ahead of the game. Call Eastern Turf Maintenance today for your free estimate.
Being a divorce attorney isn't just a job, it's a calling. At Irons & Irons, we take that responsibility seriously. Our team of dedicated professionals is second to none. Our firm offers a level of skill and personal attention that only we can provide. If you need an experienced divorce attorney who truly cares about you and your family, call me today or visit our website at ironsandirons.com.
I'm an average guy, a lot like you. My job took a toll on my body, but I'm not giving in to the pain, and neither should you. There's a new game when it comes down to relief from agonizing joint pain, and that's QC Kinetics.
Elite athletes have used these amazing natural treatments for years. QC Kinetics, a long-lasting solution for joint pain. No surgery or downtime.
You and me, we got things to do. Go ahead, coach.
Come on, team, let's go!
Want to know why no one outbeats the Hut? 75-cent boneless wings. While prices go up, ours dip. Ooh-wee! Would you look at that dunk? 75-cent boneless wings from Pizza Hut. That's why no one outpizza the Hut.
You know, Optimum Internet gives you speeds up to 1 gig.
Wow, that's fast.
With 99.9% network reliability and whole home Wi-Fi coverage. And combine internet with Optimum Mobile starting at $45 a month.
Nice.
It's the code. Code. Optimum Complete saves you over $600 a year versus AT&T. It's the
GOAT. I'm flattered,
Thank you
but
so
there's
much.
so many other.
They're talking about the GOAT, our greatest offer of all time.
That makes more sense.
Switch to Optimum Complete starting at $45 a month.
We are back and we're live with Sup Dogs live here at Sup Dogs in Greenville. I have Julia Hatcher to my left. I have Cassidy Gillespie to my right. Both a part of the ECU Sports Network, Play by Sports Properties. Happy to have you guys here today.
Yeah, Monsieur, thank you so much for allowing us to join you behind the table where all the magic happens.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to know, these two ladies are a big part of helping all this make happen. We have a lot of cameras and microphones and everything that has to be set up. So they're a huge part of what we've been doing here this season. And sadly, this is our last segment of our first season of the Sup Show. And we'll be back in the fall, hopefully. But in the meantime, we do have a lot of things going on this Saturday. We have the spring football game, which is already sold out. That will start at 4 o'clock or 1 o'clock. We have the 39th annual Pigskin Pickout. Well, Pickout, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, it starts at 4 o'clock. Doggy Jams is Friday at 3. So tomorrow at 3. And Shaquille O'Neal will be here, Shaq, DJ Diesel. So we're going to have a lot going on. So Cassidy and Julia, tell us a little bit about what's happening. I know you guys are doing a lot behind the scenes.
We're doing a lot. To start, we're going to be definitely eating some barbecue. That's happening. Are you going to Doggy Jams, Mason?
I don't know yet. I'm undecided.
Okay, let me know if you go. Maybe I'll go.
I think we're undecided too.
Yeah.
But we'd love to be there.
Yeah.
So what goes on into making all this kind of happen?
For the podcast specifically, or do you want to know this
everything?
weekend?
I mean, it's been a long road. We've had a pretty good season, a bunch of episodes.
The podcast stuff usually involves one of us carrying a really big box of stuff.
Today it was Cassidy.
It was. Yep. If you guys couldn't tell, I've been working out and I could carry it all by myself. It has wheels, so I rolled it actually.
So besides the lifting and carrying, I mean, it's real work that you guys have to do.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's physical labor and it's like mental labor.
Okay, Julia might can help us with this.
She can help you better.
What is it you guys do? I mean, it's a huge weekend for ECU. It's going to be a lot of people being here. Thousands and thousands of people will be here. So, how does Play by Sports Properties, involved with that?
Yeah, so for the spring game specifically, we have a sponsor this year, Piggly Wiggly.
Okay.
So the Pigskin Pig Out, presented by Piggly Wiggly.
Okay.
So we found the sponsorship for that. We're doing lots of activations. You'll see the LEDs on tomorrow. That was all work that we put in alongside ECU marketing. And then baseball, you'll see I think ECU Health is a team sponsor on Saturday. You'll see rally towels all around between the stands and the jungle. That was all things that our team worked on. Yeah.
Sure. So for, a student athlete perspective, I know Julia was a student athlete also. But how much does, having sponsors and have their involvement, help with the athletic program?
It definitely helps. I know as an athlete, it's cool to see recognizable brands. So I think that's what we really strive to do is get good brands that align with ECU athletics and all the teams.
Is that, a hard job? Is it hard, talking to some of these businesses? I'm sure in this area, it's not too many, things to choose from. We have, ECU. So is it kind of hard to make it all happen?
It can definitely be hard. But again, we have a great team. We work really hard. We work really well together. If we didn't have each other, it would be a lot different, I think. But we have a good gang. We have a good squad, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. We have Greg Hardison, Clay Walker. They're also big parts of Play-Fi Sports Properties. But I think we had a long season. I think this is Play-Fi's only almost 2 year anniversary here at ECU.
Yeah.
So still very new, still kind of working some things out, but I think it's been pretty well so far. But what have you guys thought about the show this first season we've had?
I think you have been such a wonderful host with Igo. You guys have just been so fun to watch. I feel like I've watched you blossom behind the camera.
A little bit.
I love seeing all the different athletes. I know we get a good mix up of sports on the show, which that's been cool to see. Even working with their coaches to get them on has been really fun. Personally, I like this angle that we're working with today. Better than what we were working with.
Got the boys in the back, adding to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So this will be both of you guys' first spring balls.
Yes,
And first doggy jams, right?
Yeah, everything. It's all first for us.
Okay.
We're both new here.
So what have you guys heard about doggy jams?
I've heard that I've heard it's a little wide open. It gets a little crazy. I feel like I see a lot of pictures of it. Just being here on the menus and stuff.
Did you go to doggy jams when you were here?
We always had spring practice, so I never made a doggy jam in 5 years. Never made one. We always had practice, but it always looked like it was a lot of fun. But never got to go. So maybe I'll get to go this weekend or tomorrow.
Maybe you'll meet Shaq.
I know. I really had to get a picture with him. We are talking about it before. We're almost the same height up here.
Maybe he'll put you on his shoulders.
Shaq.
Or Murder Beats.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a lot of people here. Play Fox Sports is also gonna have a pre-show for the spring game. We're gonna have Jim Zoki there. We're gonna have Jack Powers, former ECU student athlete, football player, actually a teammate of mine. And we're also gonna have we gonna have?
We have Brian Bailey also co-hosting. Mr. Coach Houston will be there.
Okay.
Mr. Coach Harrell will be there. Coach John David will be there. And then David Gerard will also be making a guest appearance.
Okay.
So it should be really fun.
Yeah, it seems like a fun weekend.
It's on WNCC if you want to check it out.
WNCC, if you want to check it out, that'll be 12 o'clock on Saturday before the ECU spring game. It's already sold out right now, the game. So you guys might be able to be looking from the outside or maybe get on top of Town Bank and look down from the field there. But it's definitely been a good season for us. First season for the Sup Show. Me and Steve and I have been doing this for almost a year now. So kind of working through all the kinks here, but definitely happy to have you guys on. And we hopefully will be back next year for season 2 of the Sup Show. It's been great having you guys. It's been a great season 1.
Thank you, Macio.
Thanks.
And we're